Well, I greet you this Thursday afternoon from this sacred space called Bethel United Methodist Church, and want to offer a brief word to you today. As you are aware, the tide, kind of comes in and goes out around the beaches where we live, but also with our medical realities. We are in a time where we are watching a spike in this COVID, reiteration of a new variant, and are finding ourselves in a position where people vaccinated and unvaccinated are testing positive. So I want to say a brief word about that today. First, to let you know that as we gathered for worship this past Sunday, one of our members who felt fine on Sunday later tested positive. This member had been vaccinated and does have a mild to moderate case of COVID. So we're grateful that this is not a severe case, and we're grateful that there's transparency between this person and the church, so there can be transparency within the church. So I want you to know that a person was present Sunday who subsequently has tested positive. Secondly, it is to say to you that we'll continue to be transparent as we can be to keep everybody up to date and aware of what is going on in our church family, and as we gather for worship, both members and guests alike. So then the third thing I would say is, unlike previous days when before the vaccine, something like this, a positive case, would have caused the church to suspend its services for 10 days. We are not in that same realm of guidelines anymore. Many of us have chosen to be vaccinated, so we are not in a position of suspending any of our church activities. However, and this is the fourth point, following the CDC recommendations that now say whether you've been vaccinated or not, when you are gathering in spaces with many other people, it is safe for everyone, makes it safest for everyone if we will put our mask back on. So we have enjoyed months since the end of May of being maskless if we chose and worship. We have continued to offer in our sanctuary our seating on either side, closest to the windows, where we have social distance, and every other pew has a cushion. That will remain in place. We've tried to be respectful and honor all levels of comfort, so we'll continue to do that. The seating in the pews closest to the windows on either side. I have pew cushions every other pew. You'd be invited to sit there if you are conscientious and want to be a bit more intentional. The middle sections remain as they are, with cushions in every seat. But the thing that is changing is that I would ask that all of us, as we gather for worship, as a community of faith, as a family of faith, whether we've been vaccinated or not, whether we have a level of caution or not, that for the good of all, as a gesture of respect and love for all, that let's gather, and as we're inside, in larger groups, let's put our mask on for this season of spike. Hopefully, this will come back down quickly. Now, finally, this Sunday is a first Sunday, so it's a communion Sunday here at Bethel. And so in light of that, and in light of our medical, cultural reality right now, we will still come forward for communion. It is as if we will bring ourselves to Christ as we come by way of center aisle and receive, but we'll be receiving this month in those self-contained wafer and juice. So you would receive as you come forward, and then would return by the side aisle and find your seat, and in that spirit of unity, share in communion together that way. In all ways, our goal is to continue to draw people towards Christ, send us all back into the world with the love of Christ, and while we are here, express that love in ways of care for those vaccinated and unvaccinated among us. So, I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, whether it is from the comfort of your home or from the comfort and beauty of this place, as we continue to worship God together.